Winter is one of the best times to fly, especially when there's snow on the ground, but the drop in temperature can also cause some issues for your drone if you're not too careful. What's up everyone, it's Farhan from Drone Fate. In this video I'm going to talk about a few tips to help keep your Mavic 3 in the best conditions when you're flying out in the cold. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the batteries. Make sure they're fully charged, obviously, and then when you reach your location, make sure that the batteries stay in the car or inside the bag, or maybe even in your jacket pocket or any other pocket for that matter, because you want the batteries to stay warm at a warmer temperature compared to, let's say, minus 10 degrees outside. Once you power on the Mavic 3 and you have all your satellites connected, right after you take off, don't move the drone. Let it stay there and hover for at least a minute or a little over a minute and let it get all warmed up. The Mavic 3 has an awesome flight time of 46 minutes, but that's in perfect conditions. On average, I'd say it'd probably give you around 33 to 35 minutes of flight time, depending on winds and temperature, of course. You want to start thinking about bringing the Mavic 3 back when it's around in between 30 and 40%. This is because in colder temperatures, the battery runs out faster. So you want to make sure you have enough battery to bring the drone back if it's a little farther away from you and you might have to battle stronger winds while bringing it back. So you want to make sure you bring it back at least in between 30 to 40%. Now this is a no-brainer. Make sure you take off using a landing pad if there's snow, or just use your hand to take off and land. Now this is something I don't recommend, but there was a time when I was flying the Mavic 3 and there was a few flurries, but I didn't panic. It did absolutely fine. There was no issues with it afterwards. When I landed the drone, I took it inside the car and I just used a tissue and wiped down the propellers and near the motors and those areas, and even the gimbal. It was barely wet, but there was just a few flurries. So in case you find yourself in a situation like that when you're flying and then it starts to snow, make sure you bring the drone back and just don't panic, and make sure you wipe it down and turn the heater on in the car and like point it toward the drone so it just stays warm. These are just a few tips to help you ensure a safe flight and to also make sure that nothing happens to your Mavic 3. So as always, if you found any value in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out.